That's Richard Marks with Right Here Waiting for You, setting the tone and the mood for the conversation that you're about to have. Of course, Benjamin Zulu is in the building. Welcome to the show. Kabla mtu afike pale pa right here waiting for you. Before you put that ring kwa hiyo kidole, you might think you know your significant other.
Exactly.
But then you discover things about them way after you walked down the aisle. So today we're talking about the things that you should ask, questions, things that you should talk about before saying I do.
Exactly. I went buying a car and lucky for me, I learned the discipline of consulting those who are better than me. It's a discipline most men never learn. We are so egotistical. I know what I'm doing, man. Guys can get lost in Nairobi and they just can't ask. They keep going back. I know I am. They can't just humble themselves and say, hey. And have you noticed how people are eager to show you direction when you're actually humble enough to ask?
Yes, that's true.
They go out of their way to try and ask the next if they are not sure. But I carried a guy who showed me things I would never have thought of. Told me, open the boot, check under there. Maybe this car was cutting to go to salvage. Then check whether this number matches the one on the door. Check. He told me things I would never have imagined. Me, I was looking at how good it is, and I was like, it is.
Yes.
Now, relationships look the same way. You have never married again, never dated again, you've never been to this world again, you just know yourself. And all the ideas you call, our parents never sit us down for. Even them, they figure it out badly, they make mistakes, they burn their fingers. So many of us are coming at time of dating when we have just been taught, usilete me, but I don't get pregnant. That's the relationship advice.
Yes, tafadhali. Ngojea kwanza kuoe.
And if you get pregnant, go to whoever made you pregnant.
Yes.
Go get married. So we come here clueless. So let's start by admitting our ignorance. We are empty. We are naive. We do not know. The rest of us have a lot of knowledge from novels, like in a list. Novels, so those who read it during biology, they can read one eye.
That is so me.
They can follow. The other people can get bored and sleep, but there are girls who know how to remove boredom.
But that's fiction.
Yes, movies and novels and telenovela. The things they say are scripted in fact, they were shot several times to get that perfect shot.
Yes.
In life, there's no rehearsal.
Yeah.
So let's admit by saying we need knowledge. So let's start here by saying, let's say that there are some things that you don't want to accept. One of the things I hear common is get pregnant before we get married. That people say, I want to be sure we'll get a child. My mother wants a child. I want a baby so much. Just get pregnant and we get married.
That is common. Especially nowadays.
Exactly.
It's like lazima nimfunge kwanza.
Exactly. Now, let me tell you what happens. Many men, after you get pregnant, you try to resist it. That was not your plan. But they tell you the moment you conceive, we'll go home, pay the dowry. In fact, let me tell you, con games are sold so persuasively.
Oh,
you can almost see the thing. But first of all, they want to sense that you are eager, almost desperate to settle. That's what they ride on.
Okay.
Remember, all con games in relationships and in life depend on your greed, impatience, desperation, eagerness. So never tell a man, I can't wait to settle. Never say that. Never. And even if you cried at night crying for a man and you met one in the morning, you go for an interview saying, I must get this job, they will give you the job at the worst terms.
Yes.
So many women will find that after he made you pregnant, he disappeared. And yet he promised all this and even done things that made you think he was serious. And, no. They keep asking me, what was it? Me, I did not offend him. Why would you want to do this? I cooperated.
Yeah.
I tell them, there's something you need. Welcome to the world of narcissism. There are people who simply want to affect your life to the most and put you down. They were threatened by how happy you are, how energetic you look like. And they just wanted to ruin that. There are people, there's a tendency among some immature men who enjoy the chase, but they don't want the relationship, the commitment, the settle, the thrill of getting Wekali, the thrill of getting that woman who looks unachievable.
Yes.
And they'll put all the energy to run after you. Now,
the moment you say yes.
Exactly. They stop the effort. They stop. In fact, they disappear.
Yeah.
So this is your only cure. This is your only solution. You need to love that is unconditional. You don't have a person who comes to you because of a child. We have many people who are willing to give up children for adoption. So why don't you go get? They've already given birth.
Yeah. If you want a baby that bad.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
So you want primarily companionship. I want you to decide what you want in marriage. Please decide it early so that other things are additionals. And a child is a gift and a gift is not compulsory. God might give you the child or he might not give you.
Yeah.
You go to supermarket, you're hoping they'll give you a discount, but you're not going there for the discount. You're going for the soap because you needed the soap, because you needed the cooking oil. You might look the one that they're offering better, but you have a need to meet. If you get to get a discount, thank you. But if I don't, surely I need this.
Yeah.
Go to marriage because you want a friend to do life with. Go to marriage because you want a person to lift each other with, to lift the weight of life. You have only two options in relationships. Okay. Happily married or happily single. Not miserably married, not miserably single. Avoid either of that. All right?
Yes.
And those proponents of who want to force you, when you ask your auntie or those traditional women, they'll tell you, you better stay with that one. You'll never get a better one. This one, there's no perfect. They're acting as if when you are alone, you are not complete. I want you to decide that you will not give up your happy singleness for anything less than happier. For anything less than better.
Yes.
So,
yes.
If I'll quit the way I have my peace, right now you may not have a lot of romance, but you have your freedom. Hey,
yeah.
You have your peace of mind.
That's
you
true.
can sleep and actually sleep. It's important to sleep and sleep. Not everybody goes to bed, sleeps.
It's true. It's true.
Do you know, lonely does not mean being alone. It means not feeling unloved, unseen. There are people sleeping with others in bed and they feel very lonely. I want you to decide before you go to dating what you want in a marriage. Absolutely. I want a companion. Yeah. I want to feel connected, not attached. Attachment sucks you energy.
Okay.
Like a tick attached to a cow.
Yeah.
Connection. Connection is what you want, not
yes.
attachment.
Yeah.
Connection add your energy, like a bull connected to another bull, plowing together, pulling together. You want another person who is also strong to pull life together. Remember what we said: without marriage, without misery, without stress, life is hard as it is.
That's true.
To pay your bills, to look for money, to sustain performance, to keep the image, to work on your health, to feed yourself daily. It's hard already.
It is. Now imagine living forever, struggling with that because it's not going anywhere.
Exactly.
And now you have to struggle with something else.
You have to be careful with corona. Who has it? Who doesn't have it? Do you know, Mikali, we are always fundraising for people who lost their loved ones.
Yes.
We are always fundraising. Yeah. We are always trying to comfort. We ourselves lose our loved ones. Our friends lose. So we always talk about matanga. We talk about going to bereavements, fundraisings, life as it is.
You need a friend.
Thank you.
You need a friend.
So please don't contract an enemy. So decide earlier. A person who comes with the condition, get pregnant first. Or the girl telling me, get a car first. Buy me this first. You girls give us funny conditions. When I want to see your house, I'm inviting you for us to build it.
I may want to see what car you're driving. What car are you driving?
Let me tell you something. I didn't have any car. I was hardly affording Uber when I was dating. Hardly affording Uber. One girl insisted on Uber and I couldn't afford pizza when we arrived there because I spent all the money on Uber. It started raining and fares went up. And I had only 2,000. So when the Uber took 1,500, now I'm 500 for both and for going back. I started texting Jemo, unaweza nitumia thou. Sometimes we need, as a guy, I was very careful. I wanted a girl who can both see me who I am and where I'm going.
Yes.
And also factor who I am becoming. Because by the time we get ready to marry, we have just been dealing with the basics. School, getting the first skills in life, our entry job. Most people who are dating will be entry level jobs.
Yeah.
Few people are trying to date when they're on second level managerial. There are few, but there are so few you can't count on those.
Yeah.
It's like, it's for you, this is your first major job. You've had others builder, but this is the first time you're performing in your element. Now, if a person wanted you to have those big things, where are they getting them from? So women, the pressure they put on us is to prove, the moment I saw a woman who was focused solely on the money, I knew a guy with better money can take her away from me.
Yes.
I knew the moment she gets her own money, she won't need me. If she's focused on the outward, this outward can fluctuate with life.
That's true.
And I'm bringing her here to add. Don't just to eat what I have.
Yeah.
To come and bring ideas. So as men, we are very careful to see. And for a man, what you want to be very careful. There's another thing women don't sometimes forget, and women forget: in-laws. Can you check whether this person can safeguard you against the toxicity of their family?
Yes.
Even good families can interfere with marriages. Even good families, even if they are nice people, because you are taking their person away from them, the girl away, the daughter away, the son away, and maybe they were depending on that child for some. Can you check how they can distance and create safety?
Yes.
This is why I totally discourage women from marrying by moving in. Men also, don't move in. When you move in, you have not done enough research. It happens somehow without planning. You come, stay over weekend, up to Wednesday, Thursday, oh, I have an interview around, let me wait for this month. Okay, I will return. You marry somehow. You sneak in.
Like, so, are you guys
pregnant.
married?
Yeah.
You don't even know how to answer that question. Especially with the big forms.
Fill this form.
Oh. You don't know what to say. Nobody's saying that you're their wife.
Thank you. And yet you're the problem. You're not single. You're not available in the market.
Yes.
You
Yes.
can't go being hit.
Yeah.
You can't go dating around. But
No.
you have somebody. But you're not sure that you're in a purgatory. You are praying that you get promoted to heaven of marriage. So never. The problem with move-ins is that you have not done enough research and you don't know how far you want to take this.
Yeah.
Again, never date for speculation. Those people date for 5 years and started dating for speculation. The way you buy a property without it being valuable now, and you're hoping to increase value in future, and you sell it and make a profit.
Kona maukweli.
Please, don't date for speculation.
Maybe they will get better with time.
Yes, hoping that along the way we speculate because of fear. We want to have somebody.
Oh my goodness.
It's fear. You want to occupy your free time. And I told Pre-21, but how will I handle this bottom? I want to have somebody. I told her, you see, when we say we are waiting until we grow, we are not waiting seated somewhere. We are developing to get ourselves to a certain place.
Yes.
So that at least by the time you marry, you know this person, we can stay because our careers are malleable, our futures look malleable. You know, what you need to be doing instead of dating for 5 years is those 5 years. And I ask all Pre-25s to plant a tree. The moment you finish Form 4, and people are talking about boyfriend, girlfriend, pregnancy nonsense, go plant a tree.
And do what with the tree?
Thank you. Now I want you to plant, I prefer fruit trees. You can plant these other trees, but I want you to plant. One girl told me, and she's somewhere in UK, and I was very impressed. When I was 22, my friends were in this. I said, let me do something different. What can I do? I plant that tree. The tree is now 5 years. She's 27. The tree has fruits. So she said, I grew with my tree because I watered it. It requires a responsibility to water it, remember it,
Yes,
go take care of it. She planted only one. A few people planted two. If somebody told me after Form 4, just plant a tree and then grow with it.
Where were you when mimi nasikia? Yani, this, I don't have a tree, but I'm hoping for the best. We're taking a very short commercial break. When we come back, we're talking about the questions, the things that you should talk to your significant other before you say I do. And I think some of the things we'll be talking about are finances. We get in there hoping that Zulu analeta pesa yote yako uneka kwa mfuko. We'll talk about that when we come back. This is Full Circle with Mwikali. With Mwikali, Benjamin Zulu in the building. We are talking about those things you should be talking about before you say I do. Before you walk down that aisle, do you know everything that you need to know? Did you ask the right questions? And finances is one of the things that really come up later in marriage. Unapata mlikuwa basi kando kando, you're doing your own thing, I'm doing my own thing, but you haven't agreed on how we're going to handle the bills, the school fees, the medical, and all of that. Is this a conversation that we should be having before?
Yes, you must talk about that. And there are two systems common among couples. One is called the pool system, where we bring all the money together. Then we divide it among the needs. When we bring it together, we can bring 100%, or we can simply pool 50 or 60% of each incomes, each person's income, then keep the rest for your own personal things. Now, those people who use pool system. Others use a split system. Simply pay the rent and pay the fees. I'll take care of the maintenance, I'll take care of the upkeep, I'll take care of food stuff. No. Some people divide the responsibilities without pooling the money together. Now, when you come together, sometimes only one of you is earning, or one of you is earning better, right? And hopefully is the man.
Hopefully. Good one. Hopefully.
Hopefully. And even if he's not the one, you can see he has capacity to lead.
Not potential.
Please don't marry possibilities. Marry realities.
Yes.
Those ones are here.
Yes.
Potential is only a promise which might never come to pass. It takes a lot of effort to make a potential come to pass, and not everybody is willing to do the work.
That's true.
All right. So we are saying this. You need, first of all, you need to establish how we shall share. I told men that if me and my wife were to pay bills equally, I will lose my authority as a leader. It will look democratic. But exactly, I lose any say to tell her anything. Hey, so what basis do you have to tell me what time to come home or what to cook? You can as well cook. Hey, we paid equally. Hey, come on. So sometimes women resent us because we want the fruits of leadership without paying the cost, the root of leadership. So I tell men to take a higher share of the responsibilities.
Yeah.
And when the woman has to take care of her baby, carry everything. She has to take maternity leave, carry everything. Show leadership. It will give you one authority as a man, which I want. I want to have the final say on the direction of our life. I want to be able, when there's dispute, I have the veto power. You know, US has a veto power. They can vote and change what the rest of you are saying.
Yes. Yes.
We cannot drive this car, both of us. I want to be the one on the steering wheel.
Yeah.
So I earn the position by providing more, by being the one, the buck stops with me. By this, she doesn't have to work. Seasons of life change. Sometimes when we came together, I was more ahead in career development.
Yeah.
I'm already at master's, I'm already starting PhD, she only has a degree, she's starting. So many times I want to keep there literally ahead. Remember, to be a man is to be literally ahead. Please, this is not philosophical.
No.
And I want to ask men and women who keep saying, you know, money doesn't matter, it's all about love. Money matters because by the time you earn money, you have thought on a certain level. By the time you acquire that car, buy that plot, there's a level of leadership and challenges you're handling that is expanding you. And by the time you bought a car, built your own house, paid fees, got on a job, handled responsibilities at work, the level at which you are thinking, and me, I'm down here, just taking it easy. It's okay to operate a taxi, but if I'm operating a taxi and you're a CEO handling 1,000 workers, we can't think on the same level.
That is true.
Can we stop being fictitious here? So please, we say this because marriage is not a prison. Get a person you can move at par so that you can discuss what is going on in your work life, and they can discuss theirs and exchange ideas. Not when you have to walk on eggshells and be careful not to talk so that you don't seem condescending to me because I'm way below you. And this is why I keep seeing people, I have a degree in I have a master's, she's only a Form 4. And I ask the brother, where will you be with this woman 10 years down the line? The conversations we'll be having, she cannot contribute. Right now, you could be, please think of your future as you marry. A person who is willing to study, go to school, if it was problems that had delayed them, but they have the eager, the energy, the hunger, they want to go and study, there is a potential. But again, will you be stopping? If I get you when you have just finished Form 4, I'm here, I have masters, and I'm saying, okay, I will take you to school. When I'm taking you to school, where am I? As you go for a degree, I'm also moving. I'm also still moving forward. That time will come, that distance, unless I can't stop to wait for you. And neither can you move twice the speed.
No,
responsibilities of family. So you don't have to marry a particular person. Don't force things. Find your perfect fit so that you can now carry the weight of life. All right? So we say discuss money in the sense that we are going to contribute as we are getting, and discuss which system works for you. But make sure the man is readily saying, I don't have to load it over you. We will not run into debts because you did not pay your side. When you cannot pay, I am the leader in the family. I will look for a way we do it. I better move us to a better house. I better move us to a less house. I'll give up. I will do whatever I have to do to make sure my family stays afloat. You want a leader?
That's true.
This is not serikali ya nusu mkate. We're not coming to divide half.
Nope.
This is not a coalition. It's not a coalition. It's partnership, but you have a person who is the leader. You need a man who is already set to lead. Because this is the only way in which you'll be able to look up to him and say, I have a leader, I have somebody who can protect me. Out here, we may look like when we are in this show, we are equals. But when it comes to relationships, you want a person. That's
different.
Yes.
That's different.
Who can, yes.
But we need to also come up with plans, even as a couple. I mean, if you're getting into it, what are our vision? What are we working towards? What do you want to achieve in 5 years? That conversation needs to happen. In some situations, you'll find there is a man who's buying property peke yake na his side. The woman akona chama zake, pesa zake, is investing in business without pulling these resources together or making a plan for the unit as a family.
Do you know sometimes you prepare for separation when nobody was thinking about it?
Oh, goodness.
There's a way you can start behaving, Mwigali, and I can see it's like you don't see us together for life. It's like you're preparing for some exit somewhere.
Zangu. Yes. I have my own.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm getting things quietly and secretly. You come to discover I had a plot here, another thing there, and you're discovering it later, and I've been with you, which means I don't include you in my life. You begin to wonder, are we here to stay? What else are we? Which direction are we headed? So, Mwikali, once you come together, be one in fact. Become one in properties, become one in bringing up children, in discuss each other. There is an exception. Once you realize a person has a sly side, if a person is sly, once you tell them something, they discourage it, or they want to stop you from doing it, you should handle that and tell them, sometimes I feel uncomfortable when I discuss bigger idea, and you start discouraging it with all this, it can might fail. Don't start operating secret just because you need to tell the person why you don't feel comfortable discussing.
That would be a better conversation to have.
Yes.
Instead of doing things by yourself.
Yes.
We have a few questions here for you, Zulu. Morning, Mikali and Benjamin. I'm married for 3 years now and with no child. I'm under pressure from my parents. I love my wife, but sometimes I'm demoralized. And the care from Naivasha.
Oh, okay, my brother. This is what you do. I want you to decide, first of all, this is your life, and you wanted a wife first and foremost. All right? Children can be adopted. Do you know sometimes, Mukali, sometimes God might be sparing you from trouble by not giving you the child? What if the child got and see, the child will arrive, there will be issues? or the child will not be healthy. There's some things you don't.
Don't force issues.
Other people get a kid after 10 years, others after 15 years. Please, I want this brother, because you're the leader here, I want you to sit your parents down and finish this conversation once and for all.
That's true.
And tell them, hey, kindly, thank you. For now, I've heard that you wish for a child, but let us follow our journey.
That's
if
true.
we get one, we thank God.
Yeah.
But before then, we'll continue with life.
That's true. Plus, marriage is for two people.
I want to ask this brother to take the leadership and tell the parents, kindly keep off.
I hope I'm a scare. Morning, Mikali. There's a guy who's telling me that he loves me and he's willing to do anything for me. I won't finish this last bit because I don't want you walking out of this set.
No, just say, I'll try to compose myself.
Kai, wacha tu. Why would I want to do this to you?
Is it pregnancy or pre-20? I know one of
19.
those.
19 is even worse. I don't even 19 does not qualify for
Let me tell
pre-25.
you, leave that guy alone, go plant a tree. Go plant a fruit tree
Yes.
and grow with it.
Yes.
When that tree begins to fruit, about 5 years, 6 years, see how far you have evolved.
Yes.
See how, and you have achieved something. Right in your CV, I planted a tree that is now 7 years old.
Yeah.
But this girl, you have 6 years. You can't know whether he loves you or he's a narcissist, whether he will leave you alone. You cannot differentiate. Your mind is too young to read the
19,
world.
what do you even know about yourself?
And you will get pregnant without realizing it.
Yeah.
Along the way, I got pregnant. It just happened.
It didn't.
You are contemplating. Ask Mikali what she was doing at 19. She was imagining where she wants to be 5 years from now. How she wants her career to have a path, a direction.
That's
so
true.
please, if you're preparing to fail, I keep telling them, I have a universal crafted answer for pre-25s when they ask about relationships. So that I don't keep typing the same things.
Yes.
I tell them, by dating before you're 25, before your mind grows enough for your personality to solidify and know where you're going in life. If you start exposing yourself to these things before you know what your future looks like, you're giving up your dreams, your happiness, your stability, and I tell them you're caught in misery, depression, stress, frustration, perhaps even premature death because of stress and all that. So I tell them, for me, I don't want a conversation, a horror story about how you're ruining your life before even it starts.
That's true. Skiza jameni. Hi, Mwikali. Please ask Zulu to talk about dressing code. Before marriage, is there a conversation we need to have before marriage? Is there a certain way that your wife should be, dressing after you walk down the aisle?
No, I think people should dress according to their culture, their taste, their flavor, all right? Some people are sporty. They'll be dressing in a sporty manner. Some are even riders. I've seen people doing riding.
Yes.
Just both of them, just go on a weekend. That's how they enjoy their life. So please let it between the two of you. Not a court. When we go home, Ushago, we dress how they prefer there.
Yes.
When you go to church, you dress how they expect there. Surely we are flexible according to contexts.
Yeah.
But for the both of us, let's dress what makes us happy. Again, we are also evolving. You don't dress the same way throughout your life.
No.
You're also learning new tastes as you get more money. If I can afford it, you can try this. So let's evolve together. Let's not impose rules. This is about between the two of us.
That's true.
Yes.
Hello, morning. Hello, Mikali. I'm a boy, 25 years old. If to me break up with a lady, Benja, what can I do more?
You should not be breaking up at 25.
What are you doing?
You should be breaking new grounds, and you should be telling about how you're launching a company, how you are experimenting with business.
I think we move on.
Thank you.
Hi, Mikali. I've been dating a lady and everything was okay, but when we went to start the dowry negotiations, our family refused to let her go.
Oh.
What should I do? So this man is actually fighting for the woman.
No, she should fight. It's the woman who's supposed to handle her people. Can
Yes.
you go there and start quarreling the mother-in-law?
No, you can't.
Thank you.
No, you can't.
Mikali, if we go to your people and you don't handle their nonsense, I'm willing to assist you the way you tell me.
Yes.
Because I know women who told the mother, listen, I don't want drama. Me, I want my family.
Yes.
Listen, what do you want? This is how much we have, and this is how much. Negotiations happen before negotiation.
That's true.
For all mature women, they negotiate before the day of negotiations. They know, me and Steve, this is how much you can afford. Because of his family and family situation, dad and mom, you guys, what do you expect? All right. Because dad, you don't talk, is your uncles who talk, your brothers. Tell them.
Manage.
Thank you. So if this girl abandons you, she was going to abandon you later in life.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you. When you see her chickening out, you know, marriage is the first bite, the wedding is the first fight you fight together. That process of dowry negotiation, that's the first time we are fighting together. That's when you get to see who you're dealing with. So it's very healthy to walk out once you realize you're dealing with a coward who is not willing to stand up to their own people, and therefore they leave you to look like the bad one, who is not cooperating. She should think that, she should know that if you get exploited when I'm trying to marry you, I no longer feel like I want to have a relationship with those people after that. We can
That's
get married,
true.
but I'll feel like I paid the full price.
Yeah. We don't need to talk. We
I
don't need
was
to
so
have a
weak, I didn't
relationship.
have money. I was depending on fundraising
Yes.
and pre-weddings. I was depending on friends, but you're adding more conditions and more conditions to me. So tell them that what you want is a future relationship more. For now, let's do the bare minimum, what we can do depending on circumstances, but we want goodwill.
Yes.
The goodwill between us and our children, our future generations. Let us value relationship. If they are materialistic and they think getting you married, because we educated her to university, he's also educated. This education he's not going to give it to him like a gift. She'll also enjoy the education. She'll also live the life.
Yes.
So by getting, you're not selling the degree.
No.
If she was not learned, I wouldn't marry her in the first place.
Yes.
I was marrying her first of all because we're on the same path, the same place. So don't let those funny things be brought and they ruin your future. The woman is supposed to fight. Brother, if she's not fighting for you, don't blame her people. Blame her. She should have told you my people are crazy, but I'll show you how we handle her. How we handle them.
Hello, Mwix. Concerning money, we are not in good terms with Habi. Josie asked her why I asked him why he is misusing money, and we have little to manage till he gets salary. And he told me it's his money, and he slapped me on the face. He always have this thing of rubbing it in my face that he is the one making money, and we knew each other when he had nothing. Now I have a 2-year. I have 2 years. I'm 2 years older, and I'm tired of this behavior.
By the time a person slaps you and you continue to live there, you are the one who has lost total self-respect. Mwikali, nobody should lay hands on you in this life. Nobody should disrespect you enough to assault you physically. Forget everything about money.
Yes.
Why did you make the slap the subject of conversation today?
Because she's looking at the money instead of the slap, when the slap is a big
she has
problem.
lost self-esteem and self-respect. If you allow a person to slap you and still find you there in the evening, you're teaching them that you can put up with that. By the way, Mekaliwe said, your power in all relationships is to always be ready to walk away when respect is no longer being served on the table.
Yeah.
When no longer there's mutual respect, when you're being treated like a nuisance. Never allow a person to show you twice that they don't need you. Never give a person a chance to show you twice that they don't want you in their lives, whoever they are. Make that your personal principle. Paradoxically, it makes you very respectable. You want people to have a touch of fear when dealing with you. Yeah. That they know that you can walk away if they disrespect you. Never let people think now you are helpless, you have no choice, you are here. Tell them you stay here because you choose to, not because you have no choice. So nobody should slap an adult. Never take it from anyone.
Kuna moja Pastor Soma Kizulu. Ndakuonyesha baadaye. Wow. Good morning. Nafuatilia kwa karibu. There is a girl who's 27. I'm 27. We're both working, but I'm not comfortable with my age mate as my girlfriend. What are your thoughts on this, Zulu?
If you're not comfortable, walk on. Don't deceive that woman and then you marry her when you're half-hearted about her. And you treat her like you had a better option out there. And you start thinking she's growing too old and noticing things that are not even there and exaggerating because of your biases. This is not a rule. You're choosing marriage. There's an appetite, there's a choice. Can you please don't take vanilla if there's chocolate. Go for what you wanted. You wanted banana. Take banana. Please don't take. I didn't want this chocolate. I just forced myself. I just didn't want to reject you. I don't like chocolate. You know you I accommodated you. Don't live with a woman tormenting her with your half-hearted, lackluster passion. Go for the one you want. Is she the only person in the market? Be decisive, boy. Why are you writing this? Grow up.
Hey, wait, don't walk away. This one will definitely make you walk away. I'm in love with my bestie, who's a married man. What should I do?
I don't know also.
And
if it's your bestie, forget. Why are you asking us nonsense? Go on. Go to a witch doctor. Send her the address to Kisi. to go get a witch doctor and I told what to do. You love your bestie. He's also married. Go and does Isikuti, maybe.
This also begs the question, the kind of the kind of friendships that you should maintain. People have issues when you have male best friends and or female best friends.
If I marry you and you start telling me to kick away all my boys, how would I have become who I am?
Yeah, without my boys.
Exactly.
Yes.
If I start asking you to leave Akina Magi and Akina, how will you live life? There's some things by the way you share only with the girls. You don't share with the boys.
That's
they don't
true.
understand.
Yeah.
Let's say your cramps this month are too painful. Now you keep telling your boy, he doesn't relate. He can't relate. Girls know how to handle this. Take this one more time. Have you walked today? What about what changed? What did you change? Did you eat this or that? That's the sugar. You know that. Don't take sugar. There's some things that is with girl talk. So you need girl talk. At the same way, you also need boys who are not your lovers.
Yes.
To interact with and talk about life, workmates, colleagues. So I also have girls who we talk and we are friends and there's nothing to it. Some of them actually could be in other time zones, and we chatted at night because in China they're ahead of me. But I told my girl, there's this girl I'm actually meeting. We even greet my wife. As long as I'm not treating like suspiciously secret or flirting, as long as it's pure friendship that is maturity and there's no suspicion. Sometimes it's not the friends you suspect because we know the potential of this person to flirt with everyone.
Yes.
Sometimes people are insecure about you because they know what you're capable of. So sometimes it's not the friendship.
Yes.
If you show yourself you're mature, you're self-controlled, you're principled, who cares? Surely live your life. Again, when I marry you, I don't make you my slave. Live your life as long as you're loyal. I just want loyalty. I just want to be safe. My interest, my heart is safe with you. That's all. Beyond that, please, life is already hard. I don't want to be another hardship in your life to have to manage, have to track you where you are. If you see a fool who has enough time to track your phone, track your car, spy on you, follow you, read your phone, snoop this, that's a sick person. The moment they felt uncomfortable with you, they should have left you alone.
Cut it.
Thank you.
Zulu, social media.
Benjamin Zulu KE everywhere. 0701 299 333.
That's it. Watu wa kudansi sukuti. Where you have killed me. Today is the day. We're taking a very short commercial break. We will be right back. This is Full Circle with Mukadi.